And you can't get over that? Like you don't understand why they're in the position they're in, or why they even speak like that. Then you start seeing in the history book, dude, they stole these things from them. They used it against them. They tricked them. They put them in slavery. Hey, we know this story. It's 10 times worse than they said. And you're still out there pissed off because we put Obama in office. We got him a peace prize. We saved your ass. And what do? You go and fuck it up with the exact opposite guy. And it's not even his turn to lead. Yeah, thanks for inventing everything. Thanks for showing us how to use the Apple text. By the way, let's put in the fucking guy who's the least likely to identify with any single person on the planet. He's been so spoiled, and he's a kook, and he's crazy. Not only that, we're going to give him a second chance, because we'll just make up shit about your guy Biden and say he has Alzheimer's. Biden did it because everything that's going to be built that you see on the roads getting built for the next 15 years is going to be because of Biden, who was vice president twice under a black guy, and then he came back, not for his policies. What are you talking about? The border policy. No one had a border policy. That was a problem in the 80s when we were having wars over there. Get your shit together, man. Latino immigration here illegally from 2010 until the day Trump was elected had dropped 60%. And he uses it as the lead reason why. Because he knows the fucking dumbasses that will vote for him are fucking racists. But he didn't say nothing about the blacks. No, but we thought he meant that. But he didn't say nothing about the blacks. That's right. So that's why you start to understand, well, God must be involved here because he knows what time it is. And so, I'm glad that we had bused in schools. I'm glad that it got behind gates, as they say. I'm glad I lived in the valley. Great. Awesome. I lived in suburbia. But that I was definitely exposed. I spoke Spanish first and exposed to that culture that you now imitate. I knew Hoover Crips when they were dorks and losers in detention. Now, everyone thinks they're a Hoover Crip. I'm just laughing at this. And they're considered OGs. They weren't even born until 1993. I knew these guys when they were talking about U-Haul trucks being filled with AK-47s and dropped off in the hood with no locks, and they looted the truck that night. And we didn't even know what that meant. I didn't even know what an AK-47 was. I was in the 6th grade. But I just kicked it with them because I was getting kicked out of class all the time. I didn't make it with the white surfers. I told you this story 100 times. So when the CIA story breaks in 1996, everyone's like, oh my God, I think this is a lie. This can't be possible. I'm like, I was 12 years old. And knew about this. This is a gift. The insights that we had just by knowing that, by being that age, it wasn't from MTV. So when you see these videos talking about YouTube, we hate millennials and this and that, dude, why would we hate millennials? See, that's the one thing. It's all white flight. You're all scared. You all kind of know what's coming. Especially before you die, you better prepare yourself for what you're going to see. I'm not. And what I really mean by that is, we are way better off having been the only generation that was the most diverse. They say it's the millennials, but that's because they have more numbers. You guys did sort of a good job with the civil rights, but you just couldn't break that genetic thing in you that kept you in the closet that came back out with Trump. You just couldn't break that and be white. It's like there were still white people that no matter what they did, they still had to see it. Something would happen to them that would make them say the N-words. Or as soon as hate gets put on you by them, which is totally justified in my opinion. It's happened to me, man. I've dropped charges deliberately. Why? Because that's my fucking job. To pay your fucking debts. A ton of guys in Gen X, millions of us, are smarter than you, we can make more money than you, and we're not going to be able to. We don't talk about it, but it's all spiritual. We're paying off your fucking debts. It's a whole generation of Jesus Christs. I put that on my mama and on God. So, I can't believe I just said it to you, but that's the real deal. So don't come at us with any of your racist shit or we will pound you out, not the brothers. If there's going to be a race war, it's going to be between us and the racist whites. When I say us, I mean whites. Because us, Gen X, was everybody. America was great.